Alright, gonna work on a little Briggs here again today, and our goal is to maybe do a little body work, get rid of all these gouges and scuffs. The paint I'm putting on it, we cover a lot of this, like this factory. These aren't gouges, but you know, that's just the way they finished it back then. You know, the paint I put on here is thick and it's textured, so we cover all that. And it's, when we paint it, you're not going to see this factory textured, it's like a sand finish. But anyway, I want to get rid of like some of the gouges and stuff. So before I do that, we made a little progress on this, and a lot of it was behind the scenes. We didn't get it on camera, so I'm going to throw these up on a tripod, and we'll show you what we did and, you know, what progress we did make on it. All right, hold on. Before I start, if you remember, this is the original cam. I'm looking at you guys upside down and inside out, so I'm going to try and keep this in focus and also in frame, because, like I say, I'm looking at you backwards and everything. Let me see if I turn this. That don't help any. Okay, but anyway, this is the original cam, and if you remember, this one lobe here was a little buggered up. And what that did was, I thought I had it here somewhere. Okay. Yeah, it was right in my hand. I picked it up. But anyway, you see how it's cupped? And I don't know if this caused that to ruin the cam, or the cam created this to ruin that. But anyway, it's supposed to be flat like this, I guess. Sorry I keep pulling it in out of frame, but that's just what it is. Okay. But anyway, here's the original one, and here's one I found on eBay. And when it came in the mail, I looked at it, and the first thing I noticed when I picked it up is this whole back here is smooth, and I've never seen a cam like that before. And it appeared to me like it was a little more dish too, but you know, the guy that sold it said it was for the engine I needed. You know, I checked it and researched and everything like that. But anyway, I'm looking at it, and I'm comparing it with the other one. Let me turn it there. And it's actually thicker and beefier. You see the gears, which I thought was pretty interesting. And then I remembered when I bought it. Let me get the invoice here. They actually mentioned that it was off a military model. So I found that interesting. You know, Briggs, you know, if you got a government contract back in the day, you were gold. So I guess they made everything for military. They made even beefier and better. But it's going to work. It's actually, like I say, it's better than the one's coming out of there. And it even has like a little MC right here. I guess that must stand for military compliance or something. I don't know. But I thought that was pretty cool. Also, what was cool, like I said, I mean, the guy mentioned it was off a military model, and to me, at the time, it didn't matter to me. I didn't care if it came off a military or residential or whatever, but anyway, it worked out fine. But also what was cool is he left a little note on there, like most eBayers, you know, thanks for your purchase. And then this guy here says, love your YouTube videos, Bill. So thanks, Bill. We appreciate you watching. And thanks for the part. This part's excellent. It almost looks like it's never been used. And I zoomed you guys back there a little bit. You're a little too close to me. So last night, Mike stopped over last night, and we got a little bit done on this. What he did was he actually modified the tappets. So I got them right here. Modified them so they would work for what we need. So I'm going to put these in right now. Sometimes we do work, and I just can't get I'm not around the area to get a camera out and film it. You know, and last night was one of them cases because I was with Little Dirt Bike working on something else, and then I come back and Mike had this already done. So let me see if I can remember how to put the cam in. All right, if I remember. This pin goes in from this side. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to tap this in with a screwdriver. just so we can show you it working. All right. Also, what Mike did was these are the push rods here, and you know we laugh and joke sometimes and say, you know, when we mill something or put it on the lathe, we bring it down to a millionth of a tolerance, and everybody knows that's just a joke. But actually, in this case here, this bronze rod, it would go in a hole, but it wouldn't go any further. You know, it would just sit in the top. So what Mike did, Mike actually probably took about a millionth off there. He sat here with some sandpaper, I think 400 grit, and twisted it down to what he needed. So there we go. The push rods. Turn it around here. Push rods go in there, and they fit nice. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna lower these down so you can see this. I got the cam in there, and I put the push rods in. Like I said, they're just sitting there for now. I mean, we're probably gonna cut them down to about here, but anyway, I put some tape on there, and I put a little marker on there so you can actually see what's going on. A lot of people don't know, but push rods and tappets actually spin, and Mike machined them so well that that's what these are doing. One seems to be spinning a little better than the other, but it's nothing wrong with that. So, all right, let's move on to the next thing. We'll show you what else was going on here. All right, yeah, we're trying to decide what kind of breather to put on that. One of our our long-time subscribers, Aaron LeBlanc, he brought the question up if there's any way I could modify an oiler to go in there. You know, and I'm thinking, even the smallest oiler I got, you see they come in a bunch of different sizes, and I got the smallest one I got. You know, they go by numbers. You know, like this is a 0000, and then they go up. But the smallest one I got, even that, it would be too big for that area, and it's almost the same size as the. Can you guys see that? You're pretty far away from me. I think you can see it. But anyway, even that, you know, would be out of place, and I'd have to modify the bottom here to hold the oiler. You know, like put a little elbow or something. And it was a good idea. And he wasn't the only one that mentioned it, but he was the first. He's been a good subscriber for a long time. Comments on almost every video. And then some guys even suggested this, I guess, just this little spring-covered thing. You know, put that in there, which is also a good idea. But anyway, he got me to thinking, and then I remember seeing these little itty-bitty oilers. You know, here's the smallest one I got, and you can see how small that is. And they're not that expensive. Matter of fact, the patrons bought this, and that's going to fit in there, and I think it's going to look good. I'm going to have to put that 1/4-inch plug in there and then tap it for that size. That's small. I think that's 3/16 40 thread. But anyway, I think that's going to look good. And what I can also do with it is, well, I'll show you when I get you off the camera. There's like a little hole in there. If I plug that hole, I can actually fill that with oil and make it look like it's a function oiler. Because if I don't, you know, people come up and say, oh yeah, your oil, you're running out of oil. And they mean well, but it's only a breather, right? So, thanks for that suggestion, Aaron. He wasn't the only one that suggested that, but he was the first. I think maybe 3 or 4 guys suggested doing that. And at first, you know, I didn't think it would look right and everything, but it's proportioned perfectly. Ooh! There we go. So, I think we're going to go with that. I like that, and it's good looking. So, thanks for that suggestion, Aaron. Yeah, I was going to go with a flat, I think you call them sintered, bronze sintered filters there. But like I said, I sort of like that idea better. And while I got that, I also picked up this, it's a miniature spark plug. I don't know if they use these on, maybe weed whackers or something, I don't know. But, you know, the model guys use these that build the small miniature steam engines and small hit and miss stuff. Well, that's where I picked these miniature things up. Here's the size of a real spark plug. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can bring it closer to you without getting blurred. But anyway, and here's another one in case I need a longer one. But when we put this head on, that head is only 3 inches, and there's going to be so much going on there. I mean, you're going to have valves that take up half the thing, and then rocker arms, and a block to hold the rocker arms, and there's not hardly going to be any room for a spark plug. So initially, me and Mike were going to put the spark plug between the two push rods here, and if we use a miniature, we might get away with it. So because you're going to have the ports, I think we're going to have an intake and an exhaust port going out this way. So that's, you know, it's going to be everything's going to be way there, carburetor and stuff. But that's where we're at there. And a lot of guys, you know, they're wondering, you know, what's taking Mike so long with the head. You know, I mean, he's got a lot to do with that head. You know, he's got to drill it out and bush it, make bushings, and then remount the bushings, and then, like I say, he's got to make ports and tap them, and you know, I mean, it's not just drilling holes here or there. You know, everything's got to be precise, and you know, he's doing good. He's working on it. I think I'm going to go over his house tomorrow, and we might finish it up. So we should have that head ready. Even when we do get the head back, we're going to have to build rocker arms and a holder for the rocker arms, and then shape the head to make it look decent. So there's a lot of work that goes into this. Alright, I don't know how long this video went. You know, most of it's all just talking and updating you, but if we got more time, we got time left, then I'm going to slap some putty on this thing. Alright, see if we can do some
Before
more.
I throw any body putty on this, I'm going to clean it. I'm going to wipe it down real good with lacquer thinner and make sure it's clean. Alright.
I already cleaned it once, and this is the second time over. So should be pretty clean. Alright, I'm just using glazing putty right now. Glazing putty is it's body putty, it's just a thinner version. They're all the same, polyester glazing putty, you know, so whatever cheap stuff you find is good. And I don't really need much here. I don't know if you can see me mixing this because of the colors of my cereal box here. Matter of fact, it might be too much hardener. But you want to mix this up good. Now this stuff you got to work it pretty fast. You know, it's let me see, it's about 70 degrees in the garage here. So you got about maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But you want to make sure it's mixed up good. Okay, I'm probably going to give it a second coat. So, there we go, that's good. Let me drag the engine over here. The block, should I call it a block? You guys in view there? Well, I put some glasses on so I can see. All right. Whoops. I'm saying we'll put 2 coats on only because I know I'm going to miss something. Right in here. Gotta get my finger. Okay. Put it back there. See, I almost missed these up top here. Like I say, it's not going to be perfect, but it'll just get rid of some of the gouges. Can I see anything? Did I miss anything? Back here is a factory. These are factory gouges, not really gouges, but there we go. I almost missed these gouges down here. Who said that? Somebody pointed that out. Alright, this stuff's starting to light up, so once it starts going, there's no you don't want to try and save it. There's another side, I missed this other side. I'm telling you, once it lights up, to leave it alone. That's what we're going to do. We're going to leave it alone. Alright. Let's scrape this up. Let it set on our plastic thing here. See that? It's already starting to set up, so once it starts doing that, it's no good. You gotta let it go. Alright, I'll get back to you on a second coater. Maybe when I start sanding. Alright, got that all sanded up, and like I said, there were a few areas I missed. I missed this little spot here. I got a tiny gouge there, and then some here, and then I want to put some more over here. But I know from where you're sitting, it doesn't look very good because of all the shadows and stuff, but it's all perfectly smooth and everything. Now it'll actually look good once it's all primed up and painted, so. Alright, I'll do that, and then I guess in the next video we'll prime and paint it. Alrighty, enough of this.